It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show.
G'day there, podcaster. Very exciting because we do have a guest on the off-air pod today. It's one of you. It's one of you podcast listeners. We obviously did the thing recently where we got everyone to send in their photos, and we had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. So it was kind of hard to, so you might be able to see, like, if you're listening to the podcast right now, if you actually click on the art, like, you might not have noticed, but people's faces are in the back, but they're very small because, as I said, we got thousands. So we only asked for 100 and we were just blown away with the whole...
Overwhelmed
completely. And then there was like another competition we did. We were like, hey, we've got these like really nice Sony headphones thanks to Harvey Norman, and we'll give them away if you have an idea for a new podcast intro. And
because, of course, we can't use the old one because of music royalty rights.
Yeah. And we're once again overwhelmed. It's actually like... you get heart palpitations when you look at the inbox. It's just like, sometimes like Kim Kardashian, like she'll take her notifications off on Instagram and there'll be like a video of like, this is what it's like to have Kim Kardashian's social media. It's pretty much like that.
Also, probably we should apologise to anybody who did reach out. Obviously, as Liam's saying, there were so many emails we couldn't literally read them all. So
yeah, we had a bounce back on there. I think it was bounce back. But yeah, and we hired a few more people to get through them and sort of like we were doing as much as we could. But obviously we can't read everyone's entries. But there was. And you probably only heard one on air because
two.
Yeah, and just quickly.
But we were overwhelmed in the back.
We were so busy reading emails, we didn't have any time to air other ones.
We did actually read everyone's. Maybe we didn't, but the team did, and they did listen, and they weren't ignored.
I don't know, Bill. There was so many that it's like, surely I don't believe that.
Are you talking about the company that we outsourced all the emails to?
Oh my god,
I think we had AI bots sort of going through some of the because we were trying because that's the thing when we ask for something on this podcast, as we learnt, when we only had to ask once for those photos, we're met with so much love straight away. It's hard to comprehend, and thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you. When we ask for something, you deliver.
But if you did send it in, then it was definitely looked at and listened to. Don't worry.
It's kind of going against the narrative of what we're saying.
Oh, you're making us sound like losers. You're making us sound like only two people sent a thing in, and we saw them both and played them on air.
There was more.
And that's not what happened.
It's not what happened.
Anyway,
it's not what happened. There were so many that we didn't.
Thank you to Harvey Norman. We do have these amazing headphones to give away.
Bell's mucking around, guys. Tahlia joins us in Brisbane. Hello.
Hi.
Well, guess what? We've got some good news for you, Tahlia. You have won the headphones.
No way.
Yep. $550 worth of Sony noise cancelling headphones.
Weird way to say that.
Yeah, I know.
It's billed yourself. It's just all parts. No, it's they're worth $550. And they're amazing, but we've chosen you because you did have a very, very good submission.
But I tell you what, Tahlia, you better go and buy a lottery ticket because I don't know if you heard all that chatter there, but the amount of entries, and I know cream rises to the top, but you are the cream of the crop.
An absolute honour to be picked from thousands of entrants.
Yeah, millions actually.
And so, Tahlia, just top line again. What was your idea for the regular show podcast opener? The whole reason you won this prize. What was your idea?
So to summarise, it was just, if it's the first time listening to the show, I wanted the intro to be like, who is Ben, Liam and Belle? So like maybe like a snippet from a voice note from each of you from the show about, what you are. So like for Belle, like something about being a vegetarian, and for Liam, and maybe one of his Trump impressions, something like that.
Yeah. Nice. Now, I really like that idea. I think, and I'm happy for this to be a discussion because we're a team here. I think that's a really good plan B.
Whoa.
I think Tahlia's won the headphones, like fair and square. They're hers. She's taking them home. But I had an idea that I'd like to put to the room, and if we vibe that idea, then we can make that option A.
Okay, well, Tahlia's got... Of course, you have a vote as well, Tahlia.
Well, she could be option A, and yours could be option B.
I would love to vote.
Yeah, I mean, my name is on the show, so I feel like mine might be option A. I don't know. Let's put it to the room. I think my idea is good.
Okay.
I was thinking, do you remember this podcast opener?
You're listening to The Breakfast Show with Ben and Liam. They're on your radio, and that's why you can't see them. So stay for a while, they're gonna make you smile. And whatever you do, don't touch that dial. sunshine with Ben and Liam on Nova 919.
Now, that's about 4 or 5 years old.
Of course, it was made by the gentleman who actually composed the Bunnings theme.
Yeah, so the story behind that is we had him on the show. He was the guy who literally made the Bunnings theme. We were interviewing him. We were riffing, and then we said, oh, you should make an intro for our show. We all laughed. And then a couple of days later, he actually emailed us with that jingle.
Crazy.
Didn't charge us.
Yeah.
Just gave it to us and said, hey, I did it. Here it is.
What
I
a
hope
guy.
you enjoy it. He was so lovely.
Yeah, he was great.
So
His name's Trevor.
Trevor, is it? So my idea is we have his contact details. Why don't we just contact Trevor and say, hey, mate, we loved it so much.
Yep.
Bell's on the show now. It's kind of a national show. Give him like top line what the show is now.
Yep.
And see if we can commission him to make an updated version of that.
Well, okay, so that's Ben's thing. We're trying to work out, Tahlia, if that's A or yours is B or vice versa. I'm gonna throw something in here, and it could be C. I don't know. We'll decide where it sits in the pecking order. I think we just use that same one, and it's just assumed that Bella's also here.
And what? It's not Nova
With Ben and
919.
Liam in the sunshine. Yeah, you're feeling fine when Ben and Liam
It
are
also
here.
says breakfast show, and it says
Nova 919.
like it's
Well,
all
we'll obviously
wrong.
change the Nova and the breakfast bit.
We
But then
could-
the most
that's
of
the
it, the
whole
rest of it
thing.
has like
You could do like with Ben and Liam, and then we cut in Bell going, I'm here too, but like kind of drowning her out.
yeah, it's sort of like, it's one
Background.
of the layers in the...
Yeah.
all the lyrics
With
revolve
Ben and
around.
Liam, you can sort of like...
I'm here too.
If you had like a song exploder, one of those like podcasts where they like break it all apart and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is actually the traffic light underneath.
We'll
It's
get
like,
Scud to rework it so much you don't actually know it's Bell, but if you
It sounds like a snare.
re-reverse it, yeah. It's Bell.
But it's also it's like waking up and
me.
like the breakfast show and
You
like
say, help me?
I said, and me. I don't know. That's an option as well, Tahlia. So look, is there anything you wanted to throw in the ring there, Bell?
I mean, just snowballing on that. With that intro, we also do just have the lyricless bed of that tune. He did give us just the bed to use, so we could also just rewrite it completely.
But I liked having his voice.
It was kind of good how it was him.
Okay,
You're feeling fine.
that's what it's
Looking
like
up
to be
in the
shut down here, Talia.
sunshine.
You throw something up, and
Talia,
they just poo all over you.
Before we vote, did you have anything else you wanted to add?
I mean, I don't think you can use the same one.
No,
I
but
think getting him to
Talia.
make a new one is a
Option-
great idea.
Talia, option
I'm
C
with
is
you,
out.
Ben.
Option
Okay,
C is
thank you.
out.
Option C is out.
So my option's out. Bell's is out. Is that what we're saying?
I didn't know she had an option.
Okay,
Are you
yeah. No, it
serious?
wasn't recognised as an option. Yeah, okay. So Bell and I are out. I'm out too. Bell, it's fine.
I
Talia,
wasn't even registered.
Ben
what was
ha-
it? Hang on, what was yours?
Oh my god, it was use the bed that he gave us that doesn't have the lyrics on it, and we just
Oh, yeah.
rewrite the
That was
lyrics.
not an official idea.
Wow.
It was a donkey vote. It was a donkey vote. It wasn't.
It's a big penis on a piece of paper.
So Talia, I think Ben actually did call his shot there. What I'm hearing in the room is that even though you've got those headphones and you won them fair and square, and you're one of the many people that submitted ideas,
Very lucky.
that's a very, very strong B, and Ben seems like he's come in with the A.
Well, because here's the thing. The reason I say it's an A is because we might reach out to him and he might go, no, stuff here.
And then we go straight to B,
Then
to Leah
bang,
Bang.
B comes
Yep.
in.
And it'll sound great in your new Sony headphones worth
Yep.
$550, noise cancelling.
What if we
Harvey
just
Norman.
merging some ideas here? What if we use the bed that he gave, like that bed, but we put Talia's idea on top of it?
That's if we get to option B, we'll cross that bridge.
There could be a hybrid B. That could be
Yep.
like an A.5.
Yeah.
I don't
Yep.
know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So I think idea A is we reach out to Trevor.
Yeah.
We try and commission him to make a new one. It's going to be music he's produced himself, so we're allowed to use it in the podcast. It'll sound slick. It'll have Bell's name in it.
Yep.
Yay.
And then if he says no stuff ya, then we'll go to option B.5, which will be we'll use the old music that we have on file,
Yeah.
and we'll do the Talia's idea
Legendary.
of
Yeah.
saying like
Let's-
Liam does Borat,
Yeah.
Ben's a
Yeah.
dad, Bell
Hey,
is vegan.
how are you finding, Talia, the podcast without, because obviously the royalty-free thing is why we're in this predicament in the first place.
Mm.
How are you finding it? Are you finding it a little empty, the pod, without, hits such as Katy Perry's Hot and Cold and that sort of thing?
Don't lead the witness, though, 'cause you're
Oh,
kind
well,
of-
yeah, of course. Yeah.
How do you feel about
I
it?
mean, I do definitely miss like One Bar Star and fun games like that. But yeah, I mean, it's not like such a big difference that I'm like, I still enjoy the podcast.
that's
I would
nice.
never not listen to it, but yeah.
So
I
do
mean,
you, doing a bit of a listener survey here, do you listen to the off-air pod? Like, what do you, at the end of the day, when off-air pod goes up, the regular show pod goes up, do you listen to off-air pod first and then you go to the regular pod? How do you do it?
Maybe I'm a psycho. I listen in order that they're released. So usually it's off air and then the show.
Yeah,
goes.
I think that's the way it's the artist intends.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so
if you
for
could call
example-
half an hour talking about Fast and Furious yesterday art, and yes, you can actually.
So in tonight's show,
Mm-hmm.
you have a fun bit, Liam,
Mhm.
that most likely will be in the pod or won't.
What bit? The Sesame Street thing?
Yeah.
Well, I'd hope so. It's in the pod.
Right. Okay, cool. Well then,
I
Talia, hopefully
I
you'll
think
hear
I'll
that.
have it royalty free. I'll work
Okay,
at it.
all
Which
right.
I'll make it shitter for. No, I don't know. There might be two versions. I don't know.
Well, Scott has this new thing that Liam was telling me about.
Oh, yeah.
When you're making a skit, as an example, and you go, I want like a low rider song.
So
you go,
yesterday,
I want,
yeah.
So as yesterday, as an example, Liam was doing the Prince Charles or King Charles skit about him loving cars, and he wanted to use San Andreas' low rider, the iconic opening theme, but you couldn't use that because it didn't have the rights. But he's got this AI thing where you put the music into it, and then it listens to it, and then it searches thousands of other songs in a royalty-free database, and it finds you the closest match.
But if for Sesame Street, it's such a known thing. So if I did that, it might be like dun 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 bonk me, and not sound right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So we
I
just
don't know.
rolling
We'll
the
work
dice
it
with
out.
that
We'll work it
tonight.
out.
Yeah, we're evolving with the laws.
That's it. Yeah, we're just evolving with the laws here, actually. But hey, thank you so much for listening in the order we intend, and appreciate your support. And hopefully you get a better listening experience with those new headphones. Thanks to our friends at Harvey Norman.
Thank you very much.
No worries. See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
I wonder,
Thanks.
with that artist preferred order, I wonder if it is better. I've never actually spoken about this before. Is it better to listen to the regular show podcast then the off-air pod? Because often in the off-air pod,
No, because we
We'll
record this before the show. So if we recorded it after the show and said, hey, in that bit, it would have been great, and we give it a behind the scenes, we'd have to record this after the
Or
show then.
you go machete order. You listen to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, regular show.
Mhm.
Then you do Monday, Tuesday off air, and then you do Monday, Tuesday on air,
Why
and
would
then
you do
but
that?
machete order. Just,
well, canon would be you'd listen to Sunday pod first.
Oh, God. No.
Yeah.
But sometimes in the off-air pod that week, we might hint at the one that's coming up for that Sunday.
It's true.
So I would include it in that week.
Well, look, in whichever order you listen, we appreciate you listening. If you are listening at the moment, there is actually some important business that we need to tend to. But yeah, you may know that we sort of covered this off, but we are relocating to Adelaide.
Yep.
What?
After Bell let the cat out of the bag.
Bell out the cat out of the bag, and so we're heading there. But everything will be the same, like the off-air pod and all that sort of caper. But there has been chat of a bit of a farewell Melbourne dinner, which maybe we could do. Maybe we
Are we opening the invite?
yeah, maybe. Well, I think this is initially there's going to be like a team one because not everyone from the team is moving over. So we were sort of like, it would be nice to just do like a team dinner, and so we're sort of just trying to work out a venue at the moment. And I found this darling little spot today on my drive to work. I've actually never noticed it before. I was like, wow, gorgeous. This I don't know how you say it. I think it might be Italian. Sopranos.
Sopranos.
Sopranos. Yeah, Sopranos. That sounds about right. We have to cut
Can't play
that.
mate.
Come on, forgive me.
What are you doing?
Maybe we can beep it.
Sorry, I've just realised. It's called Sopranos, like that show that I like. And that big spray painted thing on the front is a cartoon version of Tony Soprano,
Gabagool.
who is the main character from the famous HBO series. Oh, that's crazy. I don't know. I didn't realise that too now. What do you think? Would that be a good venue, perhaps? Sopranos restaurant
I think it looks like a quaint
in South Bank. Yeah. What
local restaurant that would love the support of a local radio show.
do you think, Bill?
Freaking restaurant. Yeah, sure.
You don't want to go...
You know, like pizza and pasta?
No, actually,
You don't
to be
like
honest,
gabagool?
I love Italian.
You don't like baked ziti? Come on. My guma makes the best baked ziti.
It
Come on
just-
over here. Gabagool.
It just doesn't Like, I'm not going to speak ill of them, actually, because that could not be good outcome
Well,
for us.
yeah, true. I mean, especially if you know what the Sopranos are known for. Yeah, there's probably a construction background there.
Interesting.
Waste management.
We could all wear matching tracksuits.
Oh, that'd be great.
Is that what they do?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
So like, but you have to
feed
have like
feed each other gabagool.
you have to have like chesty bones underneath.
Yep.
And like wet your hair, and then have.
I had a Chessie Bonds in my underwear
I got
drawer.
a couple. I can give you one.
Okay, good. I had it there for so long. One day recently, I was like, I don't need this. I'm never going to wear it, and I donated it.
Can I tell you a thing that I did, but that I did only once?
Yep.
When I went to Bali in September last year,
Oh, no.
there was one night where I wore a singlet and like a shirt open, and then I
Whoa!
I know.
Like Magnum PI.
Did
Little
you have
bit-
a fedora on?
I did not have a fedora, but I wore it, and the whole time I was like, "What am I doing?" And then I've never done it since. But you know, I was feeling myself.
I appreciate the honesty.
I was on a bit of a health kick at the time,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Well, you know,
Can I?
you're only 69 kegs once."
It
you
would have
know?
been. It would have been braver if you had the singlet with no overshirt.
Oh, I wouldn't
Liam
have done
in a
that.
singlet,
I would not have done that.
bless.
No, never would do that. Never.
Okay, I'm keen to go there if. What do the
If
wives...
you want to go so bad, we can.
What do the wives wear?
Oh, bringing partners.
No. It's in the show. If you
Oh.
guys are wearing tracksuit thingies, can I be a... What are they called?
Mob wife.
Mob wife.
Yeah, they just sort of.
I have a fake fur coat I'd like to wear.
Yeah.
They don't really like. Well, one Adriana does doll up a little bit, but
I think you'd look the part if you had a fake faux coat.
If I had that with like a skirt and like boots.
well, yeah. If you wanted to come as Kamala though, Kamala, you'd just pretty much be a bit
housewife.
flustered, yeah, in a dressing gown.
Well, I'm
Be a
not
bit
doing that.
flustered.
Yeah.
I kind of, in my head, have you...
You know, the one with the.
She's not loving
You know,
it, so-
she's-
Have
It is
you
like,
guys seen
This is the one.
Scarface?
What'd you buy this one with the oranges?
Yeah.
This is, it's got pulp. And she said, it says no pulp. It's reduced pulp. There's still a bit in there. And she like throws the phone at him.
Wow, okay. Well, yeah, I'd like to dress up like that.
That'd be fun.
You should come as Silvio.
Oh, God, who's that?
I would like to do it.
Or Big
like,
Pussy.
Hang on.
You should come as Big Pussy. Have you seen the show?
No, I haven't.
We've actually got a problem with a bit of pussy in our house at the moment. I as a joke, when Fred was quite young, I'd say newborn stage, I bought him. I think I showed you a photo of it. It was this. It was in a puppet shop, and it was a lifelike possum. So it looks like it looks real. Like
Yeah.
anatomically, it looks the same size, but it's a puppet, so you can put your hand up it and you can use it.
Okay.
And Fred's got a lot of little teddies in his room, and we name them just because it's cute to give. Like there's an octopus called Pepito and stuff like that. They've all got names.
I've seen
You've seen
Pepito before.
Pepito?
I think
Yeah.
Pepito's come to a cafe before. Yeah.
Yep. And so we had this possum, and we're like, what are we going
You
to
went
call?
there, Bill?
What cafe?
And so we're like, what are we gonna call the possum? And I said, let's call it Pussy, Pussy the possum. But Fred's starting to speak now, and so he's not saying
Just say
pussy.
he's a fan of Sopranos.
Yeah. Well, he's starting to say pussy.
Yeah, that's just the name of his possum. It's in.
Yeah,
could've
no,
called it
out of
possy.
out of
Why
context.
didn't
If
you
my
call
kids
it
walking around,
possy?
if my kids walking around the playground saying pussy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
Pep-
Freddie again. Pussy.
pussy.
Yeah, no, fair.
It's a puppet.
It's just a puppet
I just
possum.
put my hand up it. Pussy.
Yeah, no, that is a problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're doing Sopranos bar.
Are we doing? How does everyone
Restaurant.
Okay, I've
I think-
turned, I've turned around. None of the none of the
Everyone
TV.
left.
I think they've agreed that we're doing that.
Is it a team thing or a team and listener thing? Because
Well, I think it's just a team thing, right? Well,
Aw.
it could be fun.
It'd be good to do our listener thing at some point.
It'd be good to do like a team thing, and then like from 8 it opens up into like a listener thing.
But then what's to say?
Yeah.
A
People rock up
listener would
early.
rock a bit early.
No,
And
you
be
just
like,
lock
I was
them
just hoping I'd
outside.
get a
We-
carbonara
we
on
would
another
just,
table.
you're allowed to sit in the restaurant. It's a free world.
You just don't let us
Just don't talk
until
to us.
8 p.m.
That's the rule. So people start to gather. Just don't talk to us.
have
And
you,
when the clock hits 8, we can start to talk.
that's like that video doing the rounds you probably haven't seen about Addison Rae. And there's like fans on the street that come up to her and they're like, can we get a photo? And she's like, yeah, sure, hang on, I just got to film this TikTok. And then she just quietly, without sound, just like dances to a TikTok while they're just standing there. And then she's like, okay, I'm done. All right. And then she goes over to them and it's so awkward. But that would be us, just being like, just got to eat our food.
Yeah.
And then you can join us.
We
We
think
could
it'd
do,
be
like,
like
unofficial-
culturally insensitive if we all came as dressed as Sopranos characters to the Sopranos restaurant, or do you think
I
they
think
would
they
lean
would
into
love
it and
it. I
they
think
go,
they'd
"Well,
love it.
this place is literally called Sopranos"?
I think they would love it.
Yeah.
You know,
You've been there.
we-
Is it
I reckon
is
Ben
it
and I went
themed?
when we worked at Triple J.
yeah.
Yeah,
Is it themed though, or is it
yeah,
like?
yeah.
It's just an Italian
I
restaurant.
think
right?
there's like I think from memory in there,
like a red and white tablecloths and stuff.
but I think there's also spray painted on the wall that's like The Godfather and like Tony Soprano
Yeah, right.
and like,
Okay, well then we can
Michael
dress up.
Corleone and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, watch-
Scarface maybe.
Watch this space.
classic us. And then it will get to that date, and we'll go, oh, actually, no, we're just gonna.
It'd be pretty funny if we just said where and when and said 8 from onwards and if anyone rocked up.
Us and all our thousands of
Well, we got a lot of
Right.
emails.
Yeah.
A lot of emails.
True.
Hey, I wouldn't be mad.
What's
if
your
it was us
favourite
and Tahlia,
cured
then
meat?
sure.
Or like before you went vegetarian, what was your?
I never liked all that stuff.
You don't like
I just-
mortadella?
I just lived for steak.
You don't like the prosciutto,
No,
the gabagool?
Well, then
Yeah.
you'd like a
Come
bit of like
on.
rare roast beef or something like sliced real thin.
no, I just, the only thing I really loved was steak. That
That's
was it.
what that is. Though. It's just rare roast beef.
Yeah, I didn't like it rare though. I liked it like.
Oh God, you haven't had steak right if you've had it well done.
I will have an eggplant parmesan.
Why are you breaking balls over here? Come on.
I will have an eggplant parma. Thank you.
All right.
Parmesan.
All right.
Over here.
Is this going to be what the whole night is?
It would be a lot of that sort of stuff, I think. Yeah.
Especially if you're in a tracksuit.
Do you have one of those tracksuits? I bet
I
you
got
do.
a
a
few.
I got a black Kappa tracksuit. I got a like an
Red?
Adidas tracksuit. Yeah,
Maroni kind of colour.
Oh,
yeah.
actually, I have
Maroni.
seen you wear that before at a festival, and
Mm.
you donned some accessories that we shall not talk about.
All right. See
I
you,
don't know what
podcaster.
you're talking about.